You're 1 inch deep in your mom. And your dad is 1 inch deep in you. Would you rather go forward or backward? What would you do if your boyfriend had sex with your mom? This is your daily Ketchup. Good news, everybody! We have a fun episode today because I have stumbled upon a great Reddit thread called Ask Singapore. And somebody has asked, what was the weirdest conversation you've overheard in public in Singapore? Ooh. Have y'all overheard any weird ones? I love eavesdropping.
I love
your passion.
There was a dinner that Diana and I went to, right? Like, we paid for it, like it's a not cheap one. Then we paid for it when we went, and like 90% of the time, right, we were eavesdropping to the table next to us.
Like, you know, like Valentine's Day or what, right? Then they will fully stack the restaurant and pack it for like couples table settings, right? Then you will end up going to a restaurant and you'll be sitting like closer to the person next to you, the other couple, than to the person you're with.
Tables like wide.
Yeah. Then every conversation left and right, everything can be heard. So I've had experiences like this, right? Where the couple next to us is overly intimate. And then it's so fucking uncomfortable. Because some people are like maybe on their first date or whatever, trying to get to know each other, right? And then you have another couple that is just right next or between you that is like, yeah, baby, and that kind of stuff. Then I have to listen to the whole fucking thing, the entire meal. Then it make me and my date or whatever, like, we cannot even talk.
Yeah, let's go to the real story. When was it? How long ago was this?
Yeah, but damn awkward lor. Then I also don't feel like talking or like, you know.
Huh?
Then
That's your
then
date's
other
fault.
people hear the whole conversation. Either that or you sit next to a couple, right? And the entire fucking meal, right, they never talk. Then I start to think like, why?
Because they're listening to you.
Yeah. Then paiseh.
I have tried to. I love eavesdropping so much, right? That I am trying to practice, like while I'm talking to somebody, of course, giving you as much attention as I can, but also listen to the other conversation at the same time. And so I'm like trying to like listen to both things and still respond. And I always get a kick out of like being able to respond to the conversation.
Even when
Yeah,
I'm
it feels like
only
an asshole.
listening to Diana.
It does. But when you gotta articulate it to me.
I just realized
Everyone thinking, wow, okay, you're just not present, no?
Okay, but have you all actually like overheard like some crazy shit in public before?
Have. Oh, yeah, I was at like, I think I was queuing up for some fish soup shop and it was like damn long. Okay, like I remember queuing for like half an hour, very popular. Then right, like I think it was in front of us.
Half an hour was crazy, sir. Yeah, you're saying.
It was a second-hand story. So then by the time it reached me, it's a third-hand story, right? Of apparently, don't know how true because it's like story,
Oh my
right?
god.
Just tell it lah, right?
Yeah.
Apparently there was this girl that seduced a married man to the point where the married man pretended to the wife, and the wife was pregnant, that this girl is like his tutee, like he's tutoring her or whatever. I think she was like, I don't know if she was underage.
Maybe he was.
Then right, it got to a point, I can't remember the details, but the point that was so jarring to me, because I remember sharing it to all my friends after that, was that this girl came over to the house and then the guy had sex with her while the wife was cooking in the kitchen.
And this whole thing is playing out in front of a fish soup store.
The whole thing was being said to, like, one guy was telling another guy while we were queuing for the fish soup store, and I was just like, oh my god, what the f***? And I was just like listening, I was just like so engaged.
I kind of understand, right? Like in Singapore also, like, okay, maybe not in Singapore, maybe anywhere in the world, okay? But people like lose a sense of where they are when they're engaged in the conversation in the story, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times also like, okay, I think I've established it already and addressed it to my dad, right? But he talked fucking loud. Like he really talked fucking loud. So in the kopitiam, right? Then he would just, he talked to the point, right, where I think like maybe 5 years back, me and my brother just started telling him softer. Cause very paiseh. Then he say until like the next table also can hear. Then like they cannot have their own conversation, kind, you know. Yeah. You can see them a little bit side-eye, especially if he says something
baby
that's
start
a bit
crying
like
loud.
low-key offensive or whatever kind of thing, right? Yeah.
No, but there are those people like, who purposely speak louder because they want certain people to hear. So like maybe in an office environment, right, then one guy is maybe wanting to show off to everybody, but the only way he can do it is to tell the other, like another person, like, hey, you know, the other day I did all these things, right? But he's very clearly saying it louder so that everyone else can kind of hear.
Right.
Like I feel there's certain people like that also.
The one that I do is when someone, for example, if they cut my queue, then I'll purposely say loudly, yeah, just now this woman wasn't here, but now she cut.
Yeah, that's such a Singaporean thing to do. Like, you want to be confrontational, but you're scared.
Then
I
did
think
the
I do.
person react?
No lah, have to pretend don't hear ma.
Yeah, it's the act blur that makes me even more uncomfortable. I actually got a business offer from an eavesdropper before. Like I was hanging out with a friend, then we were talking about like content creation, YouTube stuff, right? Then the guy sitting next to our table suddenly he turned to us, then he started telling us about the business that he's working at. Then he just offered us like a job on the spot. Yeah. So, hey. Positives to talking loudly, I guess.
That happened to me
So
once.
that's how he joined.
No, but anyway, okay. So we have a couple of like quite funny examples that we found from the thread.
I have a very similar example to what Dan said
Yeah.
actually. So standing behind two guys in line for famous chicken rice, talking quite softly but I still overheard. So this guy says he once slept with his manager from work. And she's an older but still a very attractive woman. It's the best sex he ever had.
Well done. Oh,
And
I'll be very happy if I was in his situation.
and then
Oh, it's over.
some months later, he gets together with a girl. And to the extent where he's going home for dinner with her family, and boom, her mother
Oh, no
is
way.
the manager that he banged. Stop right there before we go into something really, really juicy. Do like, share, and subscribe to support us so we can make more content like this. Wow.
This is like a really bad twist of the like I help a random stranger in the park, right? And then it turns out to be my interviewer in the job. But this is like the worst version of that.
One of the top comments is what anime is this?
More like hentai.
That's crazy.
Straight out of a hentai.
there's so many shows like you buy the condom at the shop. Then after that you ask for a size, then you say getting lucky tonight, say yeah, then you high five the guy, go back.
He's the father.
It's the father.
So what would you do in this situation? Okay, if that happened to you, right, do you think you would tell the girl that you are dating that this ever happened?
Oh, for sure no. But you'll be afraid that the mum would feel guilty and then tell the doctor.
Yeah, you have to take control of this situation.
Yeah, that's
and I do think that if you play your cards right, there
You
is
can
an
get a threesome.
opportunity to proposition a threesome.
Yeah.
no way.
No, but then the father
That's how
want to
guys
join.
think.
You okay or not?
What?
Oh, shit. He me?
It's a swing.
No, the first thing to do, right, is pull the mom aside
Ban her. Ban her
I
over.
feel it when you say poo. Yes,
Yes, yeah. And then she
and
pull you off.
like figure out with her what we're gonna
Correct,
do.
correct.
Because she's obviously in on it, right? And she also care about her daughter.
She
I
also
hope.
needs to make the executive
Yeah,
decision.
and then we also need to check whether she's horny in the moment. But
Yeah.
that aside, okay, and 15 minutes later, or maybe 5, I don't know how excited we are. How are we going to address this with the daughter?
No,
I
so
think
you will
more
tell, like, you will want
interestingly,
to tell.
What if you are the mother?
Depends.
What if you're the mother?
Yeah.
Would you accept? So like the guy comes to you and say like, auntie, okay, nah, probably not
And
auntie lah,
all.
because you're you're not gonna call auntie, right?
Yeah,
You call like, hey Margaret,
Maggie, yes.
Margaret, how? Like, how do we move forward? What would because
Yeah.
as the boy, right?
he start.
As the boy, this kind of happened to you,
I would think that
right? But the ball's not really in your court, cause
it depends. It might be.
no, it's
if,
in your pants.
if she's still married. If she's a single mom, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
completely fair game. In fact, I would be proud to tell the daughter that I made the mom happy.
No, then the doctor will be like so
Yeah.
creeped out.
Then my cancer.
Then next time when your mother-in-law say, will you take care of me when you're old, right? And then you say yes, it means something else.
Can you imagine if,
loving care.
if it's a single mom and the single...
Oh, this situation then f***ed up, but fun. Okay, but fun.
Can you imagine if it's a single mom and then very close to the daughter, right? And they tell each other kind of everything. So one day the mom goes back and said, guess what? Today I met this guy at work.
And she had the
we
best
had
sex
the
in
best
her
sex
life.
ever.
Yeah, the only thing weird was that he had a mole on the left side of his
Oh my god, I was just thinking
then
the
the
same thing.
daughter, like the first time I had sex with her, she
But she damn dumb. She like, hey, you will not believe this.
That's my twin brother.
Okay, so Pat
Do you think twins have moles in the same place?
No.
If you're a twin, can you all check whether you got moles in
Apparently
the same
all guys who are like clones, right, they have a mole here. On your left arm specifically.
I have.
John Paul has it.
place? Oh my god, I have here.
Hey, same. No, the twins have same dick size.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, that makes sense. The mole one a bit less makes sense.
Yeah, we are more curious about the dick size than the
No,
moles.
the mole one, we
Twins.
know the dick size.
Wow.
Then what will you do?
I think the mom definitely won't want to tell the daughter because the mom don't want to ruin the relationship with the daughter. The daughter will be creeped out. So then you go and talk to the mom and be like, we're keeping this mom, right? We're keeping this like quiet, right? Then she'll be like, yeah, for sure, don't tell anyone. And then we'll be like, okay, cool. And you just get on with your life.
It's just a cock up.
No, but isn't it so
Nice.
much more horrible when the mom eventually cannot take it and tells the daughter?
Why would she cannot take it though? I feel like
Yeah.
horny.
Like you've been keeping it a secret for
Yeah.
when you could have been honest immediately, you know.
Like maybe the daughter keeps sharing with her to say that I like him, but the sex is very bad. Then the mom's like, no way.
No.
It's like, I sure it's not you, not.
Yeah, and somehow the mom.
Everybody wins, in this
No,
sense.
I think the problem here is that you know that there's an attraction between both you and the mom,
Yeah.
which is another factor.
No, why you are the girl? Right? So the mom is like, I think we can just be honest with her. Right? And then the guy is like, yeah, let's just be honest with her.
Okay,
You
so
okay or not?
I think that the problem more is that I would think that my partner now has an attraction for my mom.
which is fine, eh?
How is that fine? Like your
Because-
girlfriend think your dad more sexy than you.
Not more lah.
No, like also lah, right? Also sexy
yeah,
lah,
lah,
right?
also lah. There's nothing wrong with being
Like
attracted.
I mean,
no,
if you like my dad, that's why then you also like me. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me
It's like
rephrase.
we got
Your
the same
girlfriend,
genetic makeup.
your girlfriend think your dad is the best sex she's ever had.
No lah, nobody needs to know that part.
Yeah, that part won't say one lah.
No, I think it's the same thing as when girl best friends and you already slept with the best friend and then you suddenly start dating the other girl. Both of you are not gonna tell her best friend that you both had sex, right? It's that same dynamic. Okay, girl A and girl B are best friends. You had sex with girl A, it was the best sex of your life, and then now you started dating girl B. You
But
found out
not
that-
knowing that they were friends.
not knowing they were friends, and then you realize that girl B and girl A are best friends.
Before that, I think they both already talk once you start dating the second girl. Eh.
Then they quarrel, be like, you motherfucker.
No lah, maybe girl A had a sleeping around face and didn't want to be honest with girl B. So like then, you just imagine if the mom and daughter were best friends instead.
Okay. So you say both your partners, right, have your father before dating you.
You're okay.
I don't want to know.
No, too late. Now you know.
I will break things off.
Really?
Like, at this point, she say, then listen.
Okay lah, since you did that.
Then she hold your forearm. She hold your arm, hold your arm.
You cannot hold his arm.
Yeah, correct, right? Because like right now,
You can do like all the.
No, then I'll be angry that she wasn't honest with me in the first place. That she was
right?
upfront.
But if the sex happened before and everything was fine, like in a
Yeah.
social setting, it's not like anybody cheated. Nobody did anything wrong.
Yeah, but they withheld information.
Yeah.
That enough is grounds to end things.
But
Regardless,
if
it would have been ended.
they were upfront,
Yeah.
you will end the thing.
Correct. So there's no way that this.
No, but
will not-
she wants to be with you, ma.
I don't want to be with her.
Yeah, okay, right. I guess that's what it means to be in a relationship. Both parties must want to be in it. Okay.
No, but on the note
Moving
of
on.
withholding information, you don't go telling your partner everyone that you've had, like about every single sex that you've ever had, what?
They asked though.
God.
Oh.
It's quite nice to
Yeah,
journey
you-
through.
To journey through.
Yeah.
Then you tell who's your favorite.
No, we know who's the
No,
favorite,
no.
right?
That one you don't ask because you don't want to know the answer if
Okay,
it's not you.
so conclusion for this scenario, you all would tell the daughter, would tell your girlfriend,
no.
won't tell your girlfriend, take it to the grave. Or
But
break
you have
up.
to agree with the mom first because if someone is telling it has to come from you.
So there's no situation in which you would like completely try to avoid not addressing it with the mom? Because that
Too
could
risky.
be a way out.
Too risky.
Too risky.
Too risky.
No, what if you were the mom? Would you tell?
No, also. It will ruin your relationship with your daughter.
No, but they barely.
Actually, the responsible thing for the mother to do, right, is to say you cannot date my daughter.
Yeah.
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 And then let
correct.
the daughter hate her.
True love.
Wow, make the mom even hotter, yeah.
After he said that, then after that, the mom, then the new stepdad.
the girl, yeah, the daughter for the mom. Shake.
Literally.
Win-win.
Yes,
Except
yeah.
for the girl.
It's like you don't want to call me daddy, now you call me pa.
Then Pat need to call you Papa John. okay. Next scenario. Next overheard thing that actually happened in Singapore, maybe.
I mean, on a very opposing note, there's a very sad one. So the
I thought you said it's a fun episode.
So, okay, was at McDonald's having breakfast. One guy was sitting with a 2-3-year-old very young girl at the table beside me. So the guy tells this young girl, Daddy and Mommy want to separate. Who do you want to follow? The girl being 2 or 3 years old, stares at this guy blankly, and the guy says, "You want to follow daddy? Daddy will bring you to shopping mall to buy toys, okay?" The girl like kind of like nod her head, but can tell she don't understand.
Yeah.
And then he continues to say, "Later when mommy comes, you tell her you want to follow daddy, not mommy, okay?"
Wow.
And this person said, "I didn't dare to stay to see how the mom reacted."
Wow.
Oh, this guy is f***ed up, man.
Yeah.
This is horrible parenting 101.
And apparently this is not the like only time that such a thing has happened. Like it's not uncommon, right, for like parents to get very young kids, right, to make the decision of do you want to follow mommy or daddy.
Yeah, it sounds too real actually.
Put
Yeah.
the burden on them.
Because it is real, he overheard it.
No, and
probably him that did it
honestly,
and he
the
did.
story sounds a lot more f***ed up because it's the father tell the child. But if the mother tell the child, like later when the koko, which is the judge, say you want to be with who you remember, you say mommy, yeah, the kind of shit. I feel like that's not our hand. That's weird. It sounds f***ed up because it's a dad.
Wow, this is horrible, eh. Poor girl. Turns out maybe the guy that's telling the kid is not even the father.
What?
This is a random stranger.
Yeah, but her parents are, yeah. He's the judge.
But it's really...
What's going on?
She's the judge.
Yeah, she's the judge. So
Simulation.
But her parents are
This is
getting
a simulation. Hey, not bad. We made fun of a stupid situation. Sorry, of a sad situation.
yikes.
Yeah, but this guy.
This probably happens
No
more
way, I
common.
feel like it's damn common eh.
Yeah.
Do you think it's normal, right, in most divorces with children, right, that they fight for custody? Or at some point one party is like, you can have it. Because
Yeah. Do you think you want the child?
Everybody thinking about restarting life, right? And if like you divorce at let's say age 33
It's baggage.
ish, or like rather you feel like that was not my point, no, ma, okay. Good luck.
If I have kids in the future, you watch it, I love you.
No, like if you're at 33, you're thinking about, okay, I can still restart. I can still find someone to settle down with. Because there are people that just live their whole life looking for a partner. I'm one of those people. I feel like I'll be damn lost without a partner. Right? It's a lot harder if you have the kid.
I don't agree with that.
Ooh.
Because I've watched some videos, right, where they show that there are quite a lot of single parents who actually choose to date other single parents. Like because they know and they
but
understand.
it's a smaller subset.
It's a
Yeah,
very
but then
small
it's a
pool.
better match also. Compared to you go and try to date somebody.
They
that
might be willing to
doesn't.
oversee a lot of your other
and there are
flaws
also
because you're
those that
single
are
parent.
So it's like settler meets settler.
yeah, but there are also the bunch that
In a
are
settlement.
actually looking for maybe the exact profile with a child, you know?
Sure, no, my point is it's harder, right? Because it's a smaller pool. As opposed to single, you're just single person lah.
Yeah.
Then you just like you join the pool where there's just more fishes lah, right?
In that situation, you might feel like you have a better chance of finding a partner if you don't have.
Do you think divorced couples go into the courtroom and fight for non-custody? You have to
At
imagine
least
like
they push the child and they...
I think she should have it. Then I will pay alimony, or I think he should have it.
I
Wow.
would
I
That
really
makes
hope the
more.
child is not there to hear this.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. No, but I think there'll be situations. It probably won't be in the courtroom, but they usually have this like boardroom meetings between like the both lawyers, and then they'll just say, okay, happy for you to have the custody.
Then
Yeah.
he's like, no.
No, I think we're happy for you to have the custody.
Yeah. Like you have to admit these things happen, right? You look at parents. There are many parents these days that look like
Yeah.
they shouldn't be parents.
I think it will
Ouch.
be so sad, right? If you are so self-aware that you know that this child will have a better life with the other parent, even though you really want the child, and then in the courtroom, you end up self-sabotaging in order for the
Yeah.
other parent to win.
No, but the child will grow up in the environment where they are most loved.
Is love enough to put food on the table and to make sure the child has a good life?
So alimony is for law. So
Alimony, yeah.
During negotiation, the ones that actually end up okay fine, I have the kid is based on okay, how much you willing to pay for me
Yeah.
for alimony. They'll be like, okay, I'll take the kid. Thanks for your $10,000
But a lot of times when they're
a month."
looking at custody, right, they also look at your capability of to take care of the child,
Yeah.
which money might play like a big part in. But interestingly, in Singapore, I mean, at least for family justice courts, I mean, based on what I know, they're trying to keep it out of courts as much as possible. Yeah, so
Settle,
they will they will have counseling sessions and like
Yeah, it's really weird that a judge will just be like, you. Then you can like, no. Then you can like,
no.
you know,
I
you
object.
caught by surprise, Marcos, like both won, for example.
I feel like there's a
right?
TV show like that. The you are not the father. Then
Yeah.
Jerry Springer.
Fucking shit. Then the
Yeah,
son.
yeah,
The son. Pa?
Okay, next.
There are actually a lot of people that commented about overhearing other people sharing extremely vividly about their own sex lives or commenting, right, and saying that like, oh my god, I can't believe so and so is a virgin. And then they will describe like what they would do to her if they could get with her. Man. And actually no, sorry, it's women. It's women.
Yeah,
It's women.
I think so also. Men don't talk about these things.
So like,
How
if,
can be?
Really?
if they know a guy virgin and then the girls are saying, what would they do to him?
No,
Preserve her.
girl virgin and then how she should lose her virginity.
Okay, but it's girls discussing this.
Yeah, at a bus stop at NUS, Yusof Ishak House. According to him, I'm quoting one.
Okay.
There's something in NUS.
Perverts.
They spend their whole lives pursuing one goal, which was academics, that they suddenly realize, hey, wait, my parents not watching me right now. Let's have some thoughts.
You think at some point, right? Because we doing what we do, right?
Yeah.
We better understand many of the public service, right? Like the government's trying to increase population, so they also want you to get married. Then they also subsidize house so you can start a family. Then after that, now they create programs to help you meet. You go to community centers and then there's so many non-profits. Then you want to do like fertility tests and wow, they got free or highly discounted. There's so much of this. Do you think at some point it's also like orientation camps, right? And then they see like, you know, the girls lie down, the guys do push-ups on. And then they're like,
yes.
yeah, it's like, you know, like I don't know whether it's acceptable, but
Keep it going.
yeah, but there's just that you are operating in that grey area where we're like, okay.
Yeah, make some babies.
Like actually a lot of orientation camps got those like little sexual innuendos one. It keeps the youth interested lah or excited lah to want to go for that camp.
What?
But there was an approving authority, right? There is like middle age, right? Be like, okay.
Yeah.
No, but they don't know one lah. They don't know about these activities.
They know one lah.
Last two question.
Energy.
This one really quite funny.
Eh, you set up already.
Yes, yeah, expectation.
No,
now.
I say that knowing that it's going to be even funnier than the
Okay.
expectation.
You're 1 inch deep in your mum. This one not my idea. This one is from internet, okay? And your dad is 1 inch deep in you. Would you rather go forward or backward? So top comment is go backwards. I'll say no homo. Crisis averted. Plus my dad kisses better.
Can you picture? It's like you turn it, no homo, then okay.
Yeah.
Like just breathing down your neck, okay.
But I can't go forward anymore.
Nice.
And if you move
Nice.
back, what shit, you move back 13 more inches to go. Oh.
And then he your dick like a glove.
I would like to end this episode because I am disturbed.
Hey, why you never answer?
I am 1 inch deep in my mum.
Sure.
Yeah, how would you so for girls?
And this question is very
Your
sexist.
parents also need to be gay.
Strap on.
I'd rather go forward. I have a fear of penetration.
A bit late.
No, but either way, what?
No, so I'd rather
Okay,
go
yeah,
forward.
never
I'd
mind,
rather
never
go
mind.
forward lah.
She rather penetrate than be penetrated.
Yeah. Oh my god. This 1 inch thing is called a mum and dad sandwich, by the way. Just to let everyone know.
You have to alert everyone.
On another note, there was this guy who actually overheard a heated argument on the phone call, but only overheard the guy's part of it because the phone cannot hear. So the guy actually says, "You better shut up and listen." And then he pauses and say, "Wow, Jiba, you want me to suck your cock ah?" Then he pauses and then he say, "Wow, you actually want ons?" And then he hangs up, gets up and leaves.
I mean, my man's gotta eat, right? Wow.
Anyway, speaking of that, we actually the other day at lunch we had a really interesting like dilemma that we were going through. So it's almost like a would you rather.
Okay.
So I can't remember who came up with the question, might have been me. But anyway, no, because we were talking about the value of sex.
Yes.
Like how men see sex very differently from women. So it's a very
Okay.
wholesome conversation.
Oh.
Is it though?
So
Okay.
the question is, do you think that if you had a limit, right, of you can only have sex 50 times in your life, right? After that, either your dick drop off or like you just really cannot feel anything.
Right.
Do you think you would treat sex differently? Do you think you would have sex with more women or actually less? Do you think you would preserve, like what's the strategy if you only have 50 times in your whole life?
I don't think I'll use it all out also, yeah.
We probably oversave, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We probably take 30 to the grave.
That's right. Confirm. I'm the kind like when I play video games and I got coins, right? I always save like 90% of
Like,
it.
or you eat cai fan, the best meat you leave it for last. Then you die, you pass it, or nobody want to
Correct.
you anymore. Then you're like, hey, I still got 50 more.
Yeah.
Your
That's why my
answer
fridge
completely
is-
different from John Paul.
Yeah. Ah.
50 is so only sex.
No, finish. Every time you finish.
Ejaculation.
Yeah.
You can only ejaculate 50 times. So even
It's a bit like it's kind of like girls with like their eggs at puberty.
Wow, but now men have the same limitation.
Yeah, equality.
We need to
Welcome
ration some for
equality.
family planning, you know what I'm saying? Not everything is around. Like your first
Yeah,
two,
but that's
three
one
where you
extraction.
just
yeah.
lose your
Extraction.
virginity, right?
So
It's
49.
actually super frivolous. Your father is like, you spend 3?
Yeah. In one
That
day.
one.
You better
Your
think about
father
it,
teach
son.
you how to.
Or every ejaculation is into a new device that stores it.
Well, to make this medical device, you be very.
guys,
Cannot.
You're
You're missing the point.
Yeah.
No, but that's only if you want reproduction.
No, so what you will do
Which
is that,
is
okay,
like-
10 of those 50 will be sex with an actual person. Then
Where's this going?
30 of this might be
Cows.
masturbation.
Maybe
Wow,
what?
30
Sorry.
masturbations.
why don't you just have 40 for sex with other human beings?
No, because you want to like, because
You prefer
Because-
jacking off?
No, I'm just saying. No, hear me out. That's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's not what I'm saying.
sorry.
So, Brad, thank you for
That is
watching.
not what I'm saying. I need to explain myself.
But maybe we can start this with you explaining what actually happened to your
Or what
hand.
masturbation means.
No, the reason why, okay, so 30 for masturbation because you're going to spend a long time of your life not with a partner, ma.
Right.
Like, I know teenage years, growing up or whatever, you're going to be bored out of your mind. You tell me you cannot masturbate, what problems, yeah? So you're going to...
No, but if you let loose, right, in your younger years and you're irresponsible with whatever you're doing, right, then that 30 is going to fly by within like maybe the first 2 years, eh? And then
No,
you
so-
are 12.
So you ration out. Okay.
Because you're young that time also, it's so sensitive, right? You scratch one time, maybe, oh shit, then the number change.
Yes, yeah. Imagine
Then your
it's like-
memory then bad. You thought you still got 4 more.
Yeah. Imagine it's like in time and then the counter.
That'll be so much more convenient.
Like you.
Okay, so let's make it fair. It starts at 16. The counter starts at 16.
Okay.
Okay? Counter
No, then
starts at
that will
16,
make
50
everybody
ejects.
have sex way earlier.
Yeah.
If everyone knows the counter will start at 16. Or it's a
Minister
surprise.
Shanmugam will not agree.
Okay, ejects are banned until 16. And then from 16 start 50 times. So 1 for
Okay.
curiosity. What? Sorry, 2 for curiosity.
I would
Yeah, if you get
settle
what I
down and start a family as soon as possible. Okay. It out. Finish my 50.
mean. All the 50.
Finish all 50. ASAP. Dick fall off on no sensation. Then I live life as a free man, eh. All of y'all be a fucking slave to your 5 ejects left. Thinking whether you can write one out. You cannot write one out. You cannot focus at work because you want your wife and tonight is the night. But then your wife like bad mood today and then you were gonna use your 5 tonight. Or you're 60 and you still got 30 more, then you feel like a fucking failure.
I hope they change the
At
policy the
21
year
year
after.
old.
The following year they change 200.
But at 21 years old, I'll be fucking focused. I am no longer wanting my dick has fallen off. I just pee like that. Just like that.
It's just a mist.
I don't even need to go to the toilet. It evaporates.
No, but what you haven't considered, right, is that your partner, your wife, who doesn't have a limit, might want to have sex with you, what? So then,
but
right?
she can only have sex 50 times anyway. No,
No.
incentivize women to cheat.
Yes, that's why. So
no.
she's gonna look for partners. They're gonna plan partners based on how much sex they have left.
Gentlemen,
Whoa.
let me just share this, but there are other ways to pleasure a woman.
Yes, but sometimes a woman,
Don't act lah.
Sin.
sometimes they just want the D, you know.
How about this one? Would you rather your mom but no one knows, or not her but everyone thinks you did?
Oh.
Of course, the first one, lah.
You
Wait, why is this a dilemma?
Hello, auntie.
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean?
Is
the second one
everything
is
about
way
public
worse.
perception to you, Denise?
Everything,
actually.
Yeah. Everything in this world is about public perception, one.
Yeah, if people are gonna think that you fucked your mom, you might as well do it. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, but you didn't.
Yeah, but then no one
But
knows.
no one cares. No one knows and no one cares.
But you and your mom know what? Or she also think, yeah.
No,
She
my
listen
mom.
to everybody, then she
She keeps saying
Yeah.
yes, but you already never.
so confusing.
we did.
Isn't the obvious answer 2?
Why?
What do you choose? Like to me, it's not going through the act.
Then what
Like,
other
because I
people
don't
think?
care about the public perception.
I mean, I care lah.
I have a comment to read out. This person says, I'm in a bit of a spot. My biological mom passed away last year.
Huh?
Wait, this comment haven't
That one
finished.
confirm
So,
one, yeah.
my biological mom passed away last year, but I have a stepmom who is alive now. I know it's not as big of a deal, so can I bend the rules a little? I will mix in my real mom's ashes with the lube. I also want to tell people this because it's an interesting story. I'm a very boring person and I think this will help me be more interesting. Yeah, anyway, everyone will probably think I'm joking, which will be hilarious.
Oh yeah, they don't say where. Loophole.
Yeah.
They don't say when you need to f her. So wait until she dies, then just f the dead body. You deal with it.
Oh, their jaw like drops when you say that.
It's like self-inflicted trauma.
So your problem is your mom knowing.
Your
I
argument
don't
was
want to
not
affect
having
her
to
life.
go through the act, what?
Yeah, no,
No,
she's
you
fine
go
with going through the
of
egg.
f***ing your dead mom.
He's
way
fine
more
with going through the
disturbing.
egg. That's the problem.
No, because it doesn't affect her. So
kinda does
I'm
though,
the
'cause she
only
got-
person
she got
that bears
raped.
the burden.
Yeah.
No, but she's dead. So did
It's
she?
necrophilia. rape.
I don't think so because you can't ask for consent.
No, in a situation where you cannot ask for consent, for example, even if you're intoxicated, right? That is rape. What?
Damn it. Let me figure this out and get back.
So you're not just a mother, you're a mother rapist.
Yeah.
When can I end this disturbing conversation?
You
But
started
you
it.
brought it up.
Yeah, I regret.
Yeah, I'll wait until she's dead.
There aren't many things I regret in my life. This conversation is one of it.
I think that's the only loophole.
We're taking this damn seriously.
No, but how about after she's cremated, then it's just the ashes. Then it's way better.
Just like peanut butter jar.
But if you ashes, is that really counted? Am I going to enjoy myself?
Is
Depends
that the
on.
point?
Because just now when you say the stepmom as a escape, right? Or like, yeah, I would straight away choose number one, right? You in your head, you thinking it's a hot stepmom. Because I'm not. I'm thinking is that a bit gross auntie, you know? Never bathe a bit.
You assume that your dad would remember your gross auntie.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's your father's taste, so to be honest,
Right.
we'll kind of be like, kind of like
you
your mom.
don't
or-
like that person, kind, you know? Okay, lor.
Have you seen Indian matchmaking?
Not yet.
Basically, it's
It's a
an
Netflix
arranged,
show.
it's an arranged marriage Netflix show, right? And there's one guy who's, when the matchmaker asks, "What are you looking for in a woman?" He says, "I want someone who's like my mum."
Freudian.
It's true,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I do look for my mom qualities.
Nice.
Nice. So do you find that Pat and your mom have a lot of similar qualities?
No, I picked wrong. I picked wrong. But I was looking for it. Yeah.
Oh,
No. But she surprised me in other ways.
That still feels like an insult. Yeah.
No.
Okay, before John's marriage ends, this episode first. Thank you for watching. Like,
That's
share,
why
and
people-
subscribe.
Worse. That's worse.
Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Wait, so when I'm saying something and then Dan's not responding, is he just purposely ignoring?
Yeah, not interesting.
Oh no, how does that even work?
You can talk about movies. You all see y'all talk about movies at your table. You see whether he chime in or not.
Okay, you guys don't gossip about Dan.